We're here with John Boardman, iHR's Director of Workplace Relations. John, I want to talk about prosecution pathways. So workplace bullying has occurred in the workplace. What are some of the ramifications if workplace bullying has been proven? What are some of the ramifications if workplace bullying has been proven? And what prosecution pathways are there?
Well, I suppose, Mike, when you talk about prosecution, you're talking about what avenues are there for people to be able to pursue a claim, particularly with external authorities, in regard to bullying behaviour. The legislation with regard to bullying behaviour is a little different to, say, for instance, discrimination, where there is specific legislation that relates to discrimination based on sex and various other prescribed attributes which are defined by legislation. In relation to bullying, generally speaking, there is no legislative definition. Now that does vary from state to state, and we're now starting to see that some of the definitions that have been picked up by the various workplace authorities are being picked up in work health safe codes, such as, for instance, in the ACT. Also in Western Australia, some of the legislation for occupational health and safety does have a definition in relation to bullying. But generally speaking, it's about an employer providing a safe work environment.
Sure.
And that safe work environment includes preventing psychological damage or injury to their employees. Now, in those circumstances, one of the most effective ways for people to be able to take up a claim of bullying and harassing behaviour is by going through the work health safe legislation.
Right.
They can report the matter to their workforce authority, and they can then seek to have somebody come in and inspect the matter, and if there are significant fines available under the occupational health and safety legislation for employers that have failed to take reasonable steps to provide a safe work environment.
We've seen some of those headlines in the papers recently.
Yes, we have. Look, there are a whole range of other ways that a person might take it up. They might see it as a breach of their employment contract where there's an implied duty of care towards the employee. They could probably go to Fair Work Australia, depending on whether their employment was covered by an award or an agreement and what the specific terms of that award or agreement